Welcome to the edge of the world, where the Ilulissat over 46 over ice. The Somek Glacier behind me moves 40 meters per day, making it one of the fastest and most active glaciers in the world. A massive art wolf, bred by Inuit hunters for generations, now serves as my guardian through this frozen wilderness. This fjord has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 2004, protecting one of Earth's most dramatic natural phenomena. These icebergs can rise over 100 meters above water, with 90% of their mass hidden beneath the freezing surface. The Inuit have navigated these ice-choked waters for over 4,000 years, developing an intimate knowledge of ice patterns. The cold Arctic air carries temperatures of minus 15 degrees Celsius, yet the dry climate makes it feel surprisingly crisp. The glacier carves ice every 15 minutes during summer, creating thunderous crashes that echo across the bay. A cannon shot followed by a massive wave that can capsize boats within 200 meters. The blue color in glacier ice comes from centuries of compression that forces air bubbles out, creating a dense crystalline structure. Icebergs in Disco Bay can weigh millions of tons, yet they float with only 10% of their mass visible above water. The Arctic water here measures exactly 0 degrees Celsius, cold enough to kill a human in under 15 minutes without protection. The midnight sun phenomenon allows 24 hours of daylight during summer months, creating surreal lighting conditions. The Ilulissat ice fjord drains over 10% of the Greenland ice sheet, making it a critical indicator of climate change. Arctic foxes and wolves have fur that changes from white in winter to brown in summer for camouflage. The Ice Fjord Center in Ilulissat documents over 250 years of glacier observation, the longest record in the Arctic. Ilulissat means icebergs in Kalenjin language, and the town has been inhabited since 1741. The contrast between warm indoor lights and cold ice creates a visual metaphor that defines Arctic living. Greenland's ice sheet contains enough frozen water to raise global sea levels by 7 meters if completely melted. The ice fjord produces approximately 35 billion tons of ice each year, calving from the Somek Glacier. Archaeological sites around the fjord show human habitation dating back 4,500 years to the Sakat culture. The Inuit practiced sustainable hunting here for millennia, taking only what the land and sea could provide. These stone circles once supported turf houses that kept families warm through brutal Arctic winters. The midnight sun creates a surreal perpetual day that disrupts circadian rhythms but offers endless exploration time. Icebergs form natural sculptures through centuries of compression, each one unique in shape and color. The term berg comes from the Dutch and German word for mountain, fitting for these floating peaks. Saltwater freezes at minus 1.8 degrees Celsius, allowing sea ice to form in the fjord during winter months. The iceberg that sank the Titanic likely originated from a Greenland glacier similar to this one. Glacial ice contains ancient air bubbles trapped thousands of years ago, preserving Earth's climate history. Scientists drill ice cores over 3 kilometers deep to read climate records going back 800,000 years. The outwash plain before us carries glacial flour, finely ground rock that gives Arctic rivers their milky appearance. The sound of a calving glacier can reach 120 decibels, louder than a jet engine taking off. Each calving event sends a wave across the fjord that can travel for kilometers at speeds up to 30 meters per second.
The ice fjord has been a source of sustenance and danger for indigenous peoples for millennia.
The Disco Bay region is home to approximately 400 to 500 people, mostly Inuit, who maintain traditional hunting practices. Greenland sled dogs have been bred for over 1,000 years to work in teams pulling heavy loads across sea ice. The Arctic tern migrates from here to Antarctica and back each year, the longest migration of any animal on Earth. The water in Disco Bay reflects up to 90% of sunlight when calm, creating blinding conditions for travelers. Icebergs carry rocks and sediment from the glacier, depositing them on the ocean floor when they melt. The ice fjord's deepest point reaches 400 meters, carved by thousands of years of glacial movement. The Ilulissat region experiences temperature swings from minus 30 in winter to plus 20 in summer, extreme even for the Arctic. This water is fed by the Greenland ice sheet, containing enough ice to cover the entire United States in 5 meters of water. Polar bears occasionally visit this area, though their range has shifted north with diminishing sea ice.
The word Arctic comes from the Greek word Arctikos, meaning near the bear, referring to the constellation Ursa Major.
The ice fjord has inspired artists and explorers for centuries, from Inuit shamans to modern photographers. The silence of the Arctic can be absolute, broken only by the crack of ice or the call of a distant bird. Icebergs can survive for years in cold waters, traveling thousands of kilometers before completely melting.
The Ilulissat ice fjord is not just a destination, but a living laboratory where this journey through the ice and future meet.